Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie. This is my amazing husband.
I'm amazing today.
Steve.
Thanks.
And we are here to take you on a journey through the pursuit. So every morning we come on, we talk about a book. We've been doing it for a year. You can go to ketomomsecrets.com. It is our blog where you can watch, or you can walk through, go through any of the books that we've done, or even the last few chapters. We're on chapter 19. It's called Becoming the King of Your Castle.
Yeah, I like
That's
this
what we're
chapter.
talking about.
I am the king of my castle.
Actually, it is true. I was reading it and I was like, Steve's going to love this chapter.
It's my favorite.
I somehow forgot about this chapter.
I'm excited for you to teach everybody about all of these things.
All right, so as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And share with us one thing below that you're thankful for, right? I was talking to some of our team members this morning in our business, and I was like, listen, if you start your day off with gratitude, if you start your day off with an expectation of having a good day, you're more apt to have a good day. Doesn't mean that things won't happen, but if you get up and you're like, today's gonna be a great day.
Great day.
I'm expecting to have a great day. If you get up and you're like, today stinks, guess what? Your day is gonna stink. You choose. Choose your attitude. So as it's snowing all around us,
Look at the big turtle.
we have
The turtle.
I can't see it from here.
Look at
Is
the
it?
fish. It's jumping.
All right. Steve is distracted by the animals in the water.
I've
so
always wanted to see the fish actually jump because I always see it after the splash. But this week I've seen 3 fish jump out of the water. Goes to show you get what you look for.
Yeah. Yes, you get what you look for. All right. So the
cool.
beginning of this chapter talks about, he's very much specifically talking to men and fathers, and he's talking about leading your home. I don't know how many men we have on here. And there are a lot of women who currently, there's a lot of single moms too. So I want you to hear us on this. Right. It's being a leader of your home, right? So he specifically talks about spouses being married, as your spouse and your kids can be an enormous benefit or an incredible liability in your life. And really what he's doing is he's talking about being an encouragement, being the leader, owning the responsibility in your home, whatever you're doing, right? I actually love the next couple pages about talking about children, but he talks about not fighting with your spouse. He talks about leading by example. He talks about giving compliments. He talks about respect. He talks about listening to each other. All of the marriage tips that we like to give.
I do like that. Yvonne, it was Yvonne. Thank you for the 100 stars. And I just saw a really cool comment on here. Kathy, for more Oklahoma. I've been there. There was a tornado that ripped through that area, and
when Annie was born. Yeah,
it was during Annie's when she was born. It was crazy. But happy anniversary! 3 years and going strong. How cool is that?
I love that.
This will be a great chapter for you as well. It's a great chapter for you.
Well, it is. And the pursuit, just so you know, like if you're looking for recipes or anything on the keto diet or a lifestyle or how to eat healthy, that's all on the page. It's been here for 7 years. Go to KetoMom Secrets. You can click on Book Club for book videos, or you can go to recipes. You can look at anything. So there's a lot of different things for you. And this book isn't about fat loss, but it's about your pursuit in life. And one of the things that you need to focus on, or at least have an understanding on, is do you have control in your home? Do you have mutual respect for your spouse and your kids? Do you lead by example, or are you a complainer? Or are you like barking at people but not actually leading by example, right? I'm sure all of you have heard the more is caught than taught, right?
Really good.
Not just telling your kids what to do by leading them, and your spouse. So he talks, anything you want to say about marriage? Did you want to flip through this?
Accept her, listen to her, love her, encourage her, and you will earn the right to lead her. That's powerful.
Yeah. Well, I love the next part. He says, let's talk a little bit about kids and how you want to lead your children. And I talk about this often on here about, let's just say your fat loss journey. And the book would say anything in your life. Like if you want your kids to be better, because I hope that you're a parent that you want your kids to be better than you. My hope is that our hope is that our kids start at our ceiling and go further than they could ever imagine. Well, I want them to imagine it, but more than we could have imagined even for ourselves. You want your children to succeed. One of the biggest things I talk about on this page is, and I get a lot of questions about keto and kids and should they be on a diet? And I'm like, listen, your kids, everybody's different, but if you lead by example and you stop talking about Like, your words are powerful. If you stop talking about you being fat and mommy's on a diet and daddy's on a diet and this is mommy's food, like, yeah, your kids are going to grow up with this mentality that vegetables are if you're on a diet. Like, oh, I have to go work out if I'm fat. But if you take on the role and the responsibility of a parent and you dive into getting healthy and taking your kids along with you and leading by example and having them join you, you're going to set your kids up for success later on in life so they don't start where you're at right now.
Excuse me.
Whatever.
It's the inflatable behind this. It rubbed up against
I don't even
the
know
map.
if you guys heard it, but it sounded like he tooted.
I didn't. I would never.
I would.
That's funny. Oh, this is
All right.
great.
Does that make sense what I was
I think
saying?
you were super fired up. I think it is spot on perfect. I'm curious, when you found this community, when you found this page, what is it that you were looking for? Put that in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm curious. When you saw KetoMom pop up on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever you found it, what is it that drew you into it? I would love to know that. So just put that in the comments. What were you looking for when you came here? And for those of you who've been around for a while, and if you're brand new, just comment new down below so we can reach out, so we can find out what are some of your goals and how we could help on your journey or on your pursuit. But if you've been here for a little while, what are the things that have kind of kept you around? Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep watching? So that's what I'm excited to see through the comments.
I love that. He gives an example. He says, the first thing that kids have to understand is what goals are and how to set them. So as you're setting goals for yourself, it's important to communicate with your spouse and your kids. Something that we had to do that we've done for years with our kids is once Steve came home and we started working from home together, so we homeschool, we do a lot of things differently, I would say, than the average family, but we've also had to have very much open communication with our kids. So the expectation is, like, if I'm on my phone or he's on his phone or we're doing Zooms, we're not playing games or not messing around, like, we're working. Right. So I really, truly feel like we really work hard at communicating with our kids of the expectations of our family, what we're doing, where we're going, dreaming together, helping them dream, figure out what visions are, anything like that.
That's really good.
And so he talks about setting goals, and he said, he says, if you have a kid whose goal is to have a car, and then all of a sudden you go out and buy the car from them, you took away his goal of achieving the car.
Good.
And so it just talks about not just giving them everything they want, but helping them understand how to set goals, how to hit them, how to celebrate, having fun. Yeah.
I think one easy thing as parents is to take away that aspect of achievement. Like, that's a perfect example. Just go buy the car, where it's in the pursuit of that car, or it's in the pursuit of that goal, it's in the pursuit of whatever that destination is that you're going after. All of the learning lessons and the habits that you pick up in the accomplishment of that, you don't want to always just shortcut that for people.
Right.
It's important to learn some of those attributes along the way.
Right. And really at the end, he talks about building people up, building up their confidence. He talks about complimenting people. I was going to say our story last night, poor Steve. You guys, he's outnumbered by 5 women in this house. Little women. We've got a couple big and littles, right? Older and younger. And I gave him a great compliment, and then he said something, and then I did not give him a great compliment, and he was like, how can you give me a compliment and then not give me a compliment the next minute? And I was like, oh man, our words are powerful.
To be expected.
Our
This is that week
Our
where I
words are
go
powerful.
book the flight to Florida and I come back in a little while.
Oh, yes. Our
For those
words
of
are
you
powerful.
catching my drift.
And he says the way that you build other people up is by giving compliments and edifying each other. Honestly, something I do tell the girls and we work on is our kids are really great at being in public, and they'll say things like, hey, oh, look at all those spider webs.
Yeah, they're coming to spray this week.
Squirrel. Telling people things like, hey, I love your, something that we taught the girls when they were little is if you see something that you like, compliment them. So Ari Eliza, who is 10.
I gotta show them this real quick.
She'll-
Real quick. Can they see it? You see the dog spinning in circles? I don't know if you saw that, but I think it's hilarious because when the dog jumps onto the chair, it just starts spinning in circles. I had to show you. I just always laugh.
It's like it's on a merry-go-round.
Okay, sorry.
Anyways, our daughters, I want people to, like, if you think of something, do you ever just see somebody and you're like, oh my goodness, they're so great at this, or they're so pretty, or I tell the girls, if you like something, compliment it, because you give somebody a compliment, it's encouraging, you will get it back. If you need something, go give it, right? Isn't it interesting how you said the same thing the other day? You gave somebody a compliment about their house, just genuinely complimenting them, and they gave you a great one back. If you feel like you need, like, let's say that you feel like you need a hug, right? One of our daughters, like, Eliza loves hugs. So does Emery. But if you're like, oh, I'm a touchy-feely person, I need a hug, go give somebody a hug. If you need some words of encouragement, go give somebody words of encouragement. If you need, like, it's just basically saying, if you see a need, go give it.
I'm getting nervous with that pen. It keeps getting closer and closer to my eyeball. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
I don't know why it's in my hand. I already underlined everything.
Let's go like this. Let's just set it right there. It's perfect. All right, so saying something good, encouraging other people.
Yeah.
It's super powerful.
I mean, that's what the book is about. It's about parenting. It's about marriage advice and children advice.
So compliments.
This chapter.
Look what you can give. Thank you, Cindy, for praying for Emery. She's doing remarkable.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering who's that, our daughter on Saturday was thrown from a horse and hit her head extremely hard.
Yep.
We're rushed to the ER, had a whole bunch of scans, and if you fast forward to where she's at today, she is doing so great. So great. We've got some really good advice from doctors, and honestly, it's just, we're on a really good course.
Yep.
So, isn't it crazy how when somebody tries to deter you, or just like when life happens and it's a negative thing, how it can always be turned around for the good?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important. Where's your faith? What are you believing in? Where's your trust? Where's your hope? I really like this book, because the man who wrote it, not only was he super successful in business, not only was he really great with building really strong business relationships, not only was he a good father and a great husband, but he was honestly an amazing man of God.
Yeah.
And I like how he intertwines his life and his story with his faith and his relationship with Jesus.
Yeah.
And so this line is cool. It says, each one of us is not complete. God gave you half. He gave you your spouse the other half. So think about, like, your half, your spouse is the other half. The two of you come together and you make up a powerful team. And so it's not that it's a secret, but it's important. Relationships matter. And if there's tension, or if there's strife, if there's unforgiveness in your relationships, in your relationship with your spouse, we have to get to a place to where we can release that, where we can live in freedom, where we can walk in faith, because those types of things are so important. So important. It's everything. So, you know what? Life is intended to be great. And I honestly think it's a responsibility to everybody who's listening and to us to let you know that you can live a life of fear, or you can live a life of faith. You can live a life of unforgiveness, or you can live a life of freedom. And that choice is yours. Choices do have consequences.
Right.
And so let today be that day. If something's holding you back, if something's holding you down, let it go. Let's move forward. Let's come up with a plan. The future is unlimited, and the best is yet to come. So I would let that ring true in your heart, in your mind, and let's take some massive steps forward today to just make it the best day that we possibly can. That's all I got.
I love that. I think we can end on that.
All right.
Chapter 19 is great. Let's see where we're going tomorrow. Tomorrow, chapter 20 is Success is Chasing a Dream.
This is good.
So
good. I'd say tune in to KetoMom Secrets on Instagram. Check out the stories. Stephanie is always creating some super valuable content. For those of you who are brand new, send us a message. We want to get connected with you, find out your goals, help you with it. Check out KetoMom Secrets. It's such a great place. There's so much great information about past book clubs. And also, I'm going to work real hard. We're going to get ready to launch her podcast. And we've got a free book that you can get. If you want to know more about the free book, it is in rough draft process, but we're going to turn it into an audio book as well. Did you know that?
No.
It's going to be awesome.
Am I reading it?
We'll have to see. I got ideas.
All right.
And if you haven't done so,
many fun things to come.
You've got to get your mom fuel. You've got to get it. So if you want to know more about what's always in our shaker cups, you can just comment Mom Fuel down below and we'll get you some information. Otherwise, tune in this afternoon. Stephanie will be going live, giving you some tips around the keto lifestyle. This is all about your psychology and your mindset, because it truly does matter.
Yeah, I should have let him talk all day long. All right, you guys are amazing. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
See ya.